Well, here on One, the drama continues in Glenroe at 8:30. First, three more families compete for all the prizes on offer in Murphy's Micro Quiz'em, the final one until Christmas night.
Thank you very much, and a very good evening. Welcome once again to our programme. We have more families, we have more prizes. By the way, this is our 9th programme, and in the first 8 programmes, the car has been won twice. Will this be number 3? We shall see. And the other question, of course, is, will I, as usual, beat Sylvester to the score? These and other questions will be answered as we go on in the programme. However, our first family now, introduced for us by Nancy.
Our first contestants come from that hotbed of musical excellence, Castleblaney in County Monaghan, right in the heart of Big Tom country. Let's now meet the Duffy family. Allo is a farmer and is interested in horses and current affairs. Moan is a primary school teacher and likes reading, playing bridge and solving crosswords. Una, aged 18, enjoys reading and playing camogie. 16-year-old Ursula then also plays camogie and is interested in arts and crafts. And that's the Duffy family from County Monaghan.
If the Duffys win tonight, Big Tom has said that he's going to go up and serenade them to sleep in the car. Now, family 2, introduced by Sharon.
Our second contestants were originally from Sligo, now live in County Dublin. They are the Mulligan family from Portmarnock. Tom is an industrial relations manager and is also something of an indoor sportsman. He plays squash and indoor football, and he also likes reading. Mara is a housewife and enjoys swimming and reading. David, aged 18, hopes to become an electronics engineer. He is a science fiction fan, plays table tennis and flies model aircraft. 15-year-old Darina is an avid swimmer and plays badminton. And that's the Mulligan family from Portmarnock.
There's a great old historic Dublin name, the Mulligans there. Now our third family, and they're introduced for us by Brenda.
Our third family, the Roaches from Kilkenny, look like a well-drilled squad. Although they are raw recruits to quizzes, they are determined to battle it through for the big prizes. Ray is an army officer and likes travelling, reading and playing squash. Margaret's hobbies are winemaking, playing bridge and reading. 17-year-old Paul also likes travelling, golf and reading. Gary, aged 15, enjoys playing tennis and going to the cinema. And that's the Roach Battalion from Kilkenny.
I feel we should all really stand to attention while welcoming the Roaches. I wonder, did Margaret bring any of her homemade wine along? We shall see. If you produce it from a hip flask now, we'll be very suspicious. All right, what prizes are the families playing for? Let's go over to Val Joyce now.
Well, among our prizes tonight are a Carnaman Hillman do-it-yourself snooker table kit, a Russell Hobbs tea or coffee maker with built-in alarm and bedside light, a champagne weekend for 2 in the New Park Hotel, Kilkenny, a top-of-the-range Siemens 22-inch colour television which includes full remote control, valued at over £800. For the home handyman, a set of professional power tools from Makita, including a variable speed hammer drill, a power planer and a circular saw. Our 2 finalists will each take home a powerful Dragon 32 family computer for education, business and pleasure worth £275. All our contestants get a classic black cross pen made in Ballinasloe, County Galway. And one of our families could win this special edition of the world's best-selling car, which uses advanced technology and a 5-speed gearbox to give over 57 miles per gallon. Its high level of finish includes a stereo radio cassette and many other standard extras. This sure-footed beast costs just under £7,000. Ladies and gentlemen, our star prize tonight, the Ford Escort Laser.
People have been asking what is the significance of that tap there? Well, that actually is a hologram. Basically, we're just showing off. It was going to be a pair of my dancing shoes, but the producer said that he wanted something even more drippy, so we got the tap. So now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? We are starting off now with general knowledge questions worth £2, £2 on the rebound. If both families are wrong, then the third family pick up the £2 by simply remaining on the QT. First question, who invented the telephone in 1876? That's Tom Mulligan.
Bell.
Alexander Graham Bell is correct. In the Ghetto and Don't Be Cruel were worldwide hits for what singer? In the Ghetto and Don't Be Cruel, Paul Roach.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley is correct. Who is the present Queen of the Netherlands? Ray Roach.
Margarita.
That is not correct. Mona Duffy.
Julianne.
That is not correct. Mulligan, you needn't even bother answering. Myra, just in case you're wrong, I won't even ask you. You may take it that Queen Beatrix was your answer. That is correct. Thank you very much indeed, Myra. And you've won £2. A Roman Catholic bishop was chosen by Time magazine as their Man of the Year in Tom Mulligan.
Fulton Sheen.
That is not correct, Tom. No, I'll complete the question. Chosen by Time magazine as their Man of the Year in 1963. Who was he? Not an easy one. Not an easy one. Any takers? No takers? All right then, let me tell you. It was the Bishop of Rome, Pope John the 23rd. Bit early in the show for that, you might say. Can you name the surgeon who performed the first successful heart? That is Mona Duffy.
Christian Bernard.
Christian Bernard is correct. Who plays Magnum on TV? And that is Myra Mulligan. And it's just gone from you. And a fine... Ursula Duffy? Tom Selleck is correct. Who was the Englishman who founded the Boy Scouts? And that's Tom Mulligan.
Adam Powell.
That is correct. Singer-songwriter Paul Simon recently married an American actress. Who is she? That's Gary Roach.
Carrie Fisher.
That is correct. Well done, Gary. What is the Knesset? Ray Roach.
The Israeli Parliament.
That is correct. What Irish runner won the World Cross Country Championship 2 years in a row? Ray Roach.
Jerry Deegan.
That is not correct, no. I'm sure we have a taker on that, but who? No? No takers? John Tracy is the answer to that one. What was the name of the literary journal founded by Sean O'Faolain in 1940? No takers? No? I shall move on. The Bell is the answer to that. He was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut in 1838 and died in 1883. He was known as General Tom Thumb. What was his real name? No? No takers on that one either. Charles Sherwood Stratton, a big fine name for a small little man. Who is regarded as the patron saint of Scotland? Ray Roach.
St Andrew.
That is correct. What public service was at the centre of what was known as the Battle of Baltinglass in November 19... Ray Roach.
A dispute over a post office.
That is correct. What are Vega, Rigel and Altair? David Mulligan.
Stars.
That is correct. Seamus Brennan is a Fianna Fáil TD in Dublin South County. Where was he born? Tom Mulligan.
Mayo.
That is not correct, Tom. No, hard luck. Any other takers? Tom staggered it for you. However, no takers? Nope. Mona Duffy, yes?
Galway.
Galway's correct. Well done, Mona. What Irish composer wrote the light opera The Bohemian Girl? Margaret Roach.
Bath.
Well done. What is the longest river in Great Britain? Tom Mulligan.
The Shannon.
Pardon? No, I'm afraid not. No, my golly, they won't be too happy around the Shannon area about the Great Britain. Ray Roach.
The Severn.
That is correct. Which group had a hit record with Don't You Want Me? Will I sing it for you? Tempt Me. Tempt Me. Don't you... Paul Roach.
Culture Club.
No. Was it the key I pitched it in? Dorina Mulligan.
Human League.
Yes, well done, Dorina. Can you name the American swimmer who won 7 gold medals at Munich? Paul Roach.
Mark Spitz.
That is correct, and there we are. That is the end of that round. Let's see how the score stands at the end of the round. Sylvester, send the little chappie in, will you please? And the score at the end of the first round, the Duffy family have £6, the Mulligans have £10, and the Roaches have £16.
This beautiful 8-foot Ponderosa pine artificial Christmas tree is the ideal adornment for any Christmas home. It's flame-proofed for safety and won't shed its needles. A tree for a lifetime, manufactured in Ireland and distributed by Noel McCabe Distributors Limited.
And all you need is a fairy to go on top of it now, and away you go. And the question for that, with which TV show would you associate Hit Squad and Give It a Whirl? That's Gary Roach.
Late Late Breakfast Show.
That is quite correct, as distinct from the Late Late Supper Show of a wet Saturday night. Absolutely right. Well done, Gary. All right, we move on now, folks, to the younger people versus the younger people and so on up to Papa. So for the younger people, would the three of you, please, that would be Gary and Dorina and Ursula, would you look at your monitors, please, and tell me what type of rock makes up the geological... My goodness, Dorina, you are very quick.
Granite.
No, not granite, I'm afraid not. Gary Roach?
Basalt.
Basalt is correct. All right, that's enough of that. Ursula, you were hard luck. You were just beaten to the buzzer there. Next, add 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and what do you get? Gary Roach.
15.
That's correct. Good night, Gary. Well done. And finally, would you have a listen to this piece of music, please, and I shall then ask you a question. I know you all think I'm going to ask you what theme is that, but I'm not. I want to ask you what actor played the role of Han Solo in that film? Gary Roach.
Harrison Ford.
Yes, Gary. Well played. Well played indeed. Harrison Ford is correct. The older children now, if you're all standing by, please, no help, I'm afraid, from your families. You're on your own on this. Would you look at your monitors, please? The mountain in the picture overlooks Cape Town in South Africa. What is it called? What is it? Paul Roach.
Table Mountain.
Table Mountain is correct, Paul. How many centimetres to an inch? David Mulligan.
2.54.
Yes, absolutely. I would have accepted 2.5. Well done. Now a piece of music. Will you listen to it? Then I'll ask you a question.
Say, say, say what you want, but don't play.
Now, listen carefully to the question. One of the writers of that song also has a hit with a song featuring Vincent Price. What is it? Paul Roach.
Michael Jackson.
Ah, the question was, what is it called? You're eliminated now, Paul. Just for David and Una, what is it called? The hit for one of those singers that features Vincent Price. No takers? No. The answer is Thriller. Hard luck. So there we are. There we had the next older group. We move on to the mothers. Ladies, if you're ready for these. First question, would you have a look at your monitors, please? This actor died recently and had his eulogy read by Laurence Olivier. Who was he? Who was that actor? Well-known actor? British? No? No takers? All right, ladies, I can't give it to any of you. Sir Ralph Richardson, Rafe Richardson. For which American state is Ted Kennedy the senator? And that is Myra Mulligan.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is correct. Now will you listen to this piece of music, please, and then I'll ask you a question.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty, I feel pretty.
I feel pretty. And the question is, that song was sung by the character Maria in what? Margaret Roach?
South Pacific.
Oh, no, I'm afraid not, Margaret. Mona Duffy?
Sound of Music.
Not The Sound of Music. Myra, I have to ask you to give me a correct answer this time. No? No. Myra, I'm sorry, I can't stay with you any longer. West Side Story. That was the song it was from. All right, Pops, are you all set? This one is for you. Will you look at your monitors, please? That Arab gentleman has been Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources for what OPEC? And that is Tom Mulligan.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia is correct. That's well done. Who wrote the novel Jaws, which later spawned 3 movies, if you pardon the loose use of the word? Who wrote Jaws? No? All right, gents, the answer is Peter Benchley. Now will you listen to this piece of music? I'll ask you a question afterwards. Well now, that was the theme music From a I see Tom looking searchingly at the wife to see if she'll give him a clue. That was the theme music from a Sean Connery film set in Japan. Can you name it? Tom, have you had inspiration?
The Spy Who Loved Me.
No, I don't know whether he did or not, Tom, but that wasn't the right answer. Any other takers now from either Allo or from Ray? No? James Bond movie, obviously. No? All right, then, sorry chaps, can't give it to you. You only live twice is the answer there. Hard luck. So, let's see how the score stands at the end of that round. Sylvester, take your place there in the front of the screen and shoot the score up for us. And the score, at the end of that round, the Duffys have £6, the Mulligans have £25, and the Roaches have £36.
A hamper of Christmas fare from H. Williams, including turkey, ham, spirits, wines, soft drinks and confectionery. Everything for Christmas from H. Williams Supermarkets.
And the question as follows. When Bill Haley had a huge hit with Rock Around the Clock, what was the name of his group? And that's David Mulligan.
The Comets.
That's correct, David. Well done. Good lad yourself. Now, we move into our final round in part one. These are linked questions, and they are worth £3 each, and they are worth £3 on the rebound. What nightclub owner shot Lee Harvey Oswald in 1963? David, your light is lighting there. Could you cancel David's button, please? Myra Mulligan is first in. Jack Ruby is correct. Ruby and Lucille were hits for what US country rock artist? Tom Mulligan.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers is correct. Rogers, Watson and Miller have all played winning rounds in what sport? Ray Roach.
Golf.
That is correct. Golf and thanks for the memory are associated with what? Tom Mulligan.
Bing Crosby.
That is not correct, Tom. No. Cancel the button and who's no, Tom, you can't have another go. Anybody else? Have we any other takers on that? Golf and thanks for the memory are associated with what comedian? My goodness. That's Gary Roach.
Bob Hope.
Bob Hope is correct. Well done. Hope, Crosby and Lamour could be found on the road in which 1942 movie featuring the song Moonlight Becomes You? And that's Tom Mulligan.
The Road to Morocco.
Yes, that's right. Morocco and Tunisia border which country? Ray Roach. Ray, you'll have to rush.
Libya.
No, a hard luck. Any other takers? David Mulligan.
Mali.
No, not Mali. Do the Duffys want to try? No takers in the Duffy family. The answer is Algeria. Algerians speak Arabic and what European language? And that's Tom Mulligan.
French.
That is correct. Frenchman Marcel Marceau is known for what style of acting? Ray Roach.
Miming.
That is correct. A pantomime dame and comedian used to play a character called John Joe Mahocki from Ballyslappadashamacury. Can you name him? John Joe Mahocki from Ballyslappadashamacury. And please don't ask me to say it again. Tom Mulligan?
Jack Cruz.
That's correct. Cruise and Pershing II missiles have been sighted in England, Italy and what other NATO? Paul Roach.
West Germany.
West Germany is correct. West Germany's first Chancellor after the Second World War was named? David Mulligan?
Adenauer.
Adenauer is correct. Add 3 plus 6 plus 9, all multiplied by 2, and what do you get? And you get Mona Duffy.
36.
That's correct, Mona. 1936 saw the abdication of what king after only... That's Ray Roach.
Edward.
Edward VIII, that's correct. Edward Asner played what Los Angeles newsman in the... That's David Mulligan.
Lou Grant.
That's correct. Lou Grant was a spin-off from what show which starred a lady who now produces... that is Gary Roach.
Mary Tyler Moore.
That is correct. What Moore was executed for his refusal to... That's Ray Roach.
Thomas More.
Thomas More is correct. Dylan Thomas wrote what play for radio which might not seem out of place in a forest dairy? Ray Roach.
Under Milkwood.
That is correct. The introduction of Wood's Halfpence to Ireland invoked the wrath of what satirist in the Drapier letters? Ray Roach.
Swift.
Correct. Dean Swift. John W. Dean III was counsel and Harold Haldeman was assistant to what US president? Ray Roach.
Nixon.
That is correct. Richard Nixon became president in what year? Paul Roach.
1969.
Correct. 1969 saw the resignation of a Northern Ireland Prime Minister. Name him. And that is Allo Duffy.
Turns for Neil.
Correct. Neil Jordan directed what film about the North? And that is Paul Roach.
Angel.
Angel. Angels with Dirty Faces had James Cagney as a gangster while his best friend became a priest. Who played his friend? And that's Tom Mulligan.
Pat O'Brien.
That is correct. That's the end of that round. Let's see how the score stands at the end of the round. So, Sylvester, can we see the little chappie once again, please? And the score at the end of that round, the Duffys have £12, the Mulligans £49 and the Roaches have £72.
Our third small prize is a musical treat for the whole family. The Casio MT70 is the most advanced electronic keyboard available today. We'll start off beginners playing tunes of their own choice with only one finger. Or guide them note by note through any tune. Can be played as a piano, or you can sound very professional using any one of the 20 sounds and 10 rhythms available at the touch of a button. Yes, the Casio Tone MT70 is a musical dream come true. Distributed by McNeve Music, priced £325.
And the question for that prize as follows. James Plunkett's novel set in early 20th... Mona Duffy?
Strumpet City.
Strumpet City. Well done, well done. Many happy hours of playing the bit of music there. That's the end of part one. And I'm afraid it's the Duffy family who must take their leave of us. Thank you very much for taking part. And let's find out now from Brenda what you have won.
The Duffy family have won £12 and a Casio electronic keyboard. They also take home an Atari video computer game system, including joysticks and a selection of games cartridges.
All right, thank you once again to the Duffys. We'll be meeting the Mulligans and the Roaches in part two. I do hope we'll be meeting you as well, so join us then.
After mankind invented the original fruit juice, Britvic, imitators.
Britvic, please.
That'll be 2 arrowheads. This isn't an arrowhead.
This isn't Britvic.
Make sure it's Britvic, the original of the species.
This is the Atari video computer game system. All your family will ever need for fun and excitement. Cartridges like Pole Position, Grand Prix racing with you behind the wheel. Children's educational programs like Cookie Monster Munch, Centipede, a fast-moving game of skill. Or Phoenix, match your wits against the fearless warbird. The Atari video computer game system, now only £113.50. With free Pac-Man and Combat. It's one gift for all the family. Atari.
Now there's a new generation of home laundry. Every machine built and tested to such high standards that only Hotpoint can and does guarantee every part for 5 years. The new generation. Hotpoint, make it in Britain for your generation.
If you thought Seiko watches were all science and technology, we'd like to surprise you a little. When we bring you precision in time, we like to do it in style.
Natural gas is here and now. It's gonna change your life, and it's easy to see how things can be. Natural gas. Natural gas.
Pure, clean, natural gas. Discover a new lifestyle.
you very much indeed. Welcome back. And this is where we come straight to our studio audience to check that they're still paying attention. We've given them all a number on a card. We're going to find out who has the number that Sylvester is going to present us with. We're going to ask that person a question. If they answer correctly, they shall win a prize. Now, let's see what our prize is. I know what it is. And if any of you in the audience are interested in keeping fit, then we have just the thing for you. Because we have the Tivoli Health and Leisure Centre. You're not getting the centre. You can get into the jacuzzi there. Or you can have a game of snooker, and you can have all the facilities of the Tivoli Health and Leisure Centre for 1 year's membership free of charge. That's it. It's in Dublin, and you can go along for a year free of charge. Could we have, Sylvester, a number, s'il vous plaît? And so we have a number. The number is 760. Have we got 760 in the audience? Ah, there he has. And the question is as follows. Do you know who wrote the play, The Mousetrap?
Agatha Christie.
Yes. Well done. Agatha Christie is absolutely right. Congratulations. Many happy hours of jacuzzing to you. All right. Now, we have last week's viewer's prize, which was a set of World Book Encyclopedias, and it went to Mr. Tom Rowan of Killybegs, County Donegal, who will now have no excuse for getting any of the answers wrong on this programme. This week's prize is a portable 14-inch Nord Mende colour television, which comes complete with infrared remote control and which will allow you choose between 12 different stations whenever we have 12 different stations to choose from. It can also be used with video equipment and as a computer monitor. And the winner this week, Sylvester, could we have the number, please? And the number is C582910. Do we have a name to go with that, Sylvester, please? And the winner, Mrs. Evelyn Rowan of Cullina, Ballina, Killaloe in County Clare. And so we're back to our families, and the Titanic struggle continues. Now we have two members of the families. We have David Mulligan and we have Gary Roach. The Roaches are in the lead. They're going to play a video game. Now, you are going to start. Are you, Gary? You have the choice and you are going to start. So, Gary, would you like to get yourself set and start now? Press your start button. It's worth 6 points, and I will explain the game as we go along. First of all, we have Gary Roach and the family in the background cheering him on. Now, Gary, I will explain it as you go. Killer Gorilla is the title of it. Gary is the little man down at the bottom of the screen, climbing the ladder. He's trying to get up to his beloved, who's the lady up at the very top of the screen. And he's trying to avoid all the obstacles. One of them just got him. Killer Gorilla is throwing barrels and things down to try and stop him. That's one of your little lives gone, Gary. And you're trying to accumulate points. You've 100 so far. There goes the little man again. Up them steps. Quick turn left. Up them steps again. That's it. Barrels coming down towards him. He has to be aware of them. He can jump if Gary's able to. Oops, but he didn't do it in time. Hard luck, Gary. You're still 100 points. And you have one more go. If you get through this one, then you move on to another level. You have to get your little man up to the very top to rescue your lady fair. Away he goes again. Up them steps. Quick turn right. And up them steps again, still ups, well done, yeah, oh, but he was got again. So, Gary, you have won 200 points for your trouble. The game is over. You've 200 points up to yourself as David Mulligan gets himself organised. Start button there, David, and it'll come up now. You have 200 points to beat, and the story is the same. King Kong has your beloved high on the top of a ladder, and you've got to come in and rescue her. And there you go. In he comes. Up the steps. That hammer, you could grab the hammer. Now, once he has the hammer, go and let him leap up there and grab the hammer. Now he can knock out one or two of those objects as they come to him. He has just got himself 300 points by so doing. Waiting for another of the objects to come down, he's got another one. That's 800 points. David is up. He's just got himself another one. 1,400 points. He's up. Drops the hammer. Up the ladder. He's doing rightly. Well done. He goes and across over to 1,400 points. And there he got to, and he's up to his loved one. And there's King Kong up to get you. All right, David, well done. There we are. That's it. So we had a winner in David Mulligan. Well done, David. Hard luck, Gary. So let's have a look at the score and see how it stands at this moment. Sylvester, s'il vous plaît. And the score at the end of our first round, the Mulligan family have 6 points and the Roaches have 0. So that is the situation as we move into our next round. This is our mystery person round. Our families have to try and identify the person in question. Now, the Mulligans are leading, so they will be able to ask the very first question. After that, it's on the buzzer, whoever gets in. Now, for 10 points, I'm going to give you a clue. You can each ask one question. If you don't get the identity of the person in question after the first clue, we move on to one for 8 points and 6 points and 4 and so on. So let me give you your first clue now. The first clue for the mystery person is as follows. I have legal connections. Do the Mulligans wish to ask me the first question? I have... Pardon?
Man or woman?
Man is the answer to that. Do the Roaches wish to ask me a question?
Is he Irish?
He is not, strictly speaking, Irish. Now, let's move on. The second clue, this is for 8 points. My best work is done in court. It's now open to both of you. You can ask a question. Whoever's first in can ask the question. My best work is done in court. Can I have a question from one of you, please? Yes, Paul Roach.
Does he work in Ireland?
He has worked in Ireland. The Mulligans?
Is he Irish-American?
He is Irish-American. Very well. Let us move on to our next clue. This one is for 6 points, and the clue is as follows. I enjoy the game of love. I enjoy the game of love. For 6 points. Ray Roach.
Is it Lord Longford?
No, not Lord Longford. Ray, no. Mulligans, do you wish to ask me a question? There must be a question you want to ask. Surely.
Would it be Robert Kennedy?
It is not Robert Kennedy. No. Your next clue is as follows, and this is for 4 points. I sometimes disagree with the man on the bench. That's Tom Mulligan.
Would it be Rumpole of the Bailey?
No, it is not Rumpole of the Bailey. Bear in mind, Tom, we've established Irish-American. Now, Roaches. Gary Roach.
Is it John McEnroe?
Gary, well done. Yeah. Well done. That's exactly who it is. I sometimes disagree with the man on the bench, and by golly, he sure does, whether they're in the audience or sitting in the umpire's chair. I enjoy the game of love, meaning that he likes to win to love in tennis scoring parlance. My best work is done in court. Yes, he did work in Dublin not too long ago, as you well know, in Fitzwilliam. I have legal connections. His daddy is a lawyer. Okay, so there we are. That's it. So let's see how the score stands at the end of that round. Sylvester, s'il vous plaît. And the score at the end of that round, there are 2 points in it. The Mulligans have 6 points and the Roaches have 4 points. And that is the score, folks. 2 points in it as we move into our final round of quick-fire questions. 2 points and 2 points on the rebound as follows. Who is the quizmaster and mastermind? Ray Roach.
Magnus Magnusson.
Correct. Can you give me the name of the present head of the West German government? Myra Mulligan?
Coal.
Coal is correct. What journal was co-founded by Charles Gavin Duffy in 1842? And that's Tom Mulligan.
The Freeman's Journal.
That is not correct. Gary Roach?
The Nation.
That is correct. Who wrote the original stories on which the Perry Mason TV series was based? A guess?
Stanley Gardner.
Pardon?
Stanley Gardner.
That is correct, Tom. Well played. Which county has gained the most All-Ireland senior hurling titles? That's Tom Mulligan.
Kerry.
That is not correct. Do the Roaches wish to try? Paul, you press the buzzer. You must answer.
Cork.
Cork is correct. Well done. They're 24. The Anglo-Saxons named Wednesday after their god Woden. After which of their gods did they name Tuesday? Ray Roach.
Thor.
That is not correct. No. Mulligans? I'm afraid the answer was in the question. Tew. Tew is the answer. Which is the largest island in the world? David Mulligan.
Australia.
That is not correct.
Greenland.
You must press the buzzer, whoever is answering. Ray Roach.
Greenland.
Is correct. Name the English First Division team where Liam Brady and Frank Stapleton made their names before moving on. Paul Roach.
Arsenal.
That is correct. In November 1977, the then Egyptian president made a historic visit to Israel. Who was he? Ray Roach.
Anwar Sadat.
Correct. Founder of the Moonies. Myra Mulligan.
Moon.
No prompting. Moon is correct. In which year did RTE Radio 2 come on the air? Ray Roach.
1961.
That is not correct. David Mulligan.
1962.
That is not correct. RTE Radio 2, does it seem as long ago as that? 1979 is the answer. How did Jacob kill Goliath? That's Gary Roach.
Slingshot.
I'm afraid not. Mulligans? Quickly. David Mulligan.
Spear.
He didn't kill Goliath at all. It was David who killed Goliath. Hard luck. Jacob wasn't there at all. The Catcher in the Rye and Fanny and Zooey, published in the 1950s, were written by whom? The Catcher in the Rye is the giveaway. Which one is it? You don't know? The answer is J.D. Salinger. In what state was the legendary Wild West outlaw Jesse James born in 1847? That's Ray Roach.
Kentucky.
David Mulligan.
Arizona.
Not correct, it's Missouri. What year did Guy Fawkes attempt to blow up the British Houses of Parliament? Paul Roach.
1605.
That is correct. Who was the comedy actor who created the character Monsieur Hulot in a set of different films? He died in 1982. He was Monsieur Hulot in Monsieur Hulot's Holiday? No. The answer is Jacques Tati. What is the highest mountain in the United Kingdom? David Mulligan.
Ben Nevis.
That is correct. How many sonnets did William Shakespeare write? Ray Roach.
16.
Not correct. No. David Mulligan.
14.
No, that's not correct. 154. In Roman numerals, what does MD stand for? MD. Ray Roach.
1500.
That is correct. Who wrote the adventure story Coral Island? David Mulligan.
Robert Louis Stevenson.
No, not correct. Roaches? No. The answer is Robert Michael Ballantyre. Why could you play with the current film from Richard Pryor? That's Gary Roach.
Toy.
That's correct. It's called The Toy. Who was the director of Britain's National Theatre? Any takers? Roach?
Gielgud.
That's not correct. No. Mulligans? No. Peter Hall is the answer. That's one small step for man, one giant. That is Tom Mulligan.
That was what Neil Armstrong said when he stood on the moon.
That's not the question, though. I'll have to leave it to the Roaches. Neil Armstrong's first words when he became the first man to land on the moon. When did he do it? Okay, Paul Roach.
1969.
That's correct. Well done. Name the English scientist who invented the bouncing bomb, which was used by bomber, and that's David Mulligan.
Sir Barnes Wallis.
That is correct. What do the initials GMT stand for? David Mulligan.
Greenwich Meridian Time.
I'll take that. Greenwich Mean Time or Meridian. When Des Keogh took the plunge and married many years ago, music filled the house. Why was that? Ray Roach.
He married one of the O'Grady sisters.
That's right, Geraldine. IL, the international registration letter of which country? Letters of which country? IL. Paul Roach.
Italy.
No, that's not correct. Do the Mulligans wish to try very quickly? IL, you don't. Israel is the answer. The historic speech, I Have a Dream, was made in 1963. Ray Roach.
Martin Luther King.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. Where was it made, Mulligans? Myra Mulligan.
Washington.
That is correct. The Sound of Music was based on the real-life story of which family? David Mulligan.
The Von Trapp family.
That is correct. Who was Minister for Finance from 1973 to 1977 here in Ireland? Paul Roach.
Richie Ryan.
That's correct. An American actress starred in her last film. It was called The Misfits. Can you name her? Margaret Roach.
Marilyn Monroe.
That is correct. Who was the reigning Queen of Denmark? Tom Mulligan.
I would chance Queen Beatrice.
Hard luck, Tom. No, I'm afraid not. Margaret Roach.
Marguerite.
Margarita is correct. In the play Murder in the Cathedral by T.S. Eliot, who was murdered? Ray Roach.
Thomas à Becket.
That is correct. What is the capital of Argentina? Ray Roach.
Buenos Aires.
Correct. Can you name one of the two opposition leaders in the government of Robert Mugabe in Zimbabwe? One of the opposition leaders to him. That's Paul Roach.
Joshua Nkomo.
That is correct. Name the classical composer noted for his work in religious music who wrote the Passion according to St. John, the Magnificat and the Christmas Oratorio. And that's Margaret Roach.
Handel.
That is not correct, no. Mulligan, do you wish to try? Tom.
Bach.
That is correct. Who was the Vice President of the United States? Paul Roach.
George Bush.
That's correct. Which Irish writer is well known for his short stories concerning his adventures with the little black donkey? Gary Roach.
Pádraig O'Conora.
Pádraig O'Conora is correct. Who was the second President of Ireland? Second, Paul Roach.
Shanti O'Callaghan.
That is correct. What is the name of the actress who plays Sue Ellen in the TV series Dallas? Paul Roach.
Linda Gray.
That's right. You're too young to watch it. Who preceded Francois Mitterrand as President of France? And that's Myra Mulligan.
Just start to stay.
That's correct. This singer-songwriter has had a number of hit records in Ireland, including New World in the Morning. Who is he? New World in the Morning was one of his big hits. Who is he? Tom Mulligan?
Roger Whittaker.
That is correct. Who is the And I've started, as they say, so I shall finish. Who is the Christian president of Lebanon? Paul Roach.
Jamal.
Correct. That is the end of that round. That is the end of our competition. Let us see the final score, Sylvester, if you will. And the final score, the Mulligans have 28 points and the Roaches have 46 points. And our thanks indeed to the Mulligans. Well played, very hard luck. You're not leaving us empty-handed. Let's find out what you have won from Brenda.
The Mulligan family have already won £49 and a Christmas hamper. They also get a Dragon 32 family computer, and all our families tonight win a year's subscription to Micro News and Market.
And the Roach family. The Roaches have already won £72 plus a Christmas tree from part 1, and they also get the Friendly Dragon and the subscription as well. But have you nominated who is going to go forward to see can they win the really big prizes? Who is it going to be? I thought so. Raymond, will you step forward, please? All right, Ray, if you would settle yourself there. I am now going to ask you 5 questions, Ray. If you answer 4 of them correctly, each one of them related to a prize, you will then be eligible to go forward and answer 1 question for the car. Now, if you answer 4 consecutively correctly, we forget about the 5th and we go straight to the one for the car. You have 7 seconds to answer each question. Your first question is for the do-it-yourself snooker. You have to pot the black yourself, of course, but still. Richard Nixon resigned as President of the United States in August 1974. Who succeeded him and became the 38th President of the United States?
Ford.
That is correct. Well done. 1 prize, 1 question correctly answered. Your next one is for the Russell Hobbs tea or coffee maker, and the question is this. Marlon Brando starred in the film On the Waterfront. The actor who played his brother in the movie was nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Academy Awards. Who was he?
I don't know.
The answer to the question is Rod Steiger. That was that. So I'm afraid you've missed that. You must answer all 3 of these now, Ray. This one is for the Champagne weekend in the New Park Hotel in Kilkenny. And the question is, what is the largest inland lake or sea in the world?
Caspian Sea.
That's correct. Well done indeed. Your next question is for the Siemens remote control colour television. In August 1983, the British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher appointed the former Secretary of State to Northern Ireland to the House of Lords. Who was he? What a pity. What a
No.
pity. The answer is William Whitelaw. That was the answer to that one. You won't go forward for the car, Ray, I'm sorry to say, but you do have one more opportunity to win a prize, and this is for the Makita Power Tool Set. And the question is this. In 1910, one of Russia's most distinguished authors died. Among his major works were War and Peace and Anna Karenina. Who was he?
Tolstoy.
That is correct. Well done. Well done. And thank you, Ray Roach. Ray, thank you very much indeed for taking part. Very hard luck to you. Thank you to the Roach family as well. That's the end of our program for today. We'll be back again next week at the same time with more prizes and more families for you to meet. Till then, a very good night.
Well, the next programme in this series will be shown on Christmas night.